Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing gameplay with the brand new Invincible Billy Cunningham. This is the Domination reward here for Season 8 of NBA 2K25. My team, I'll be completely honest, the Domination reward being a 6'6 shooting guard at this point in the year is a immediate, not that exciting, especially with how loaded the shooting guard position is with really good free rewards and versatile attainable options and things of that nature. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. I do expect big things from this card still. He's an Invincible. He's gonna have 12 legend badges, every HOF, every stat on 99. Great animations. Like, as a whole, he should be a great card, and I'm interested to see how good he really is. But I will say, just off rip, my initial impression of this card is probably not worth grinding 16 hours of Domination in Season 8 in June, July for this card. You know what I mean? That's my initial impression. So he got a 6'6 PG, sorry, 6'6 shooting guard, 99 offense, 99 defense, 99 stats across the board, of course, as an Invincible with 12 legends and 28 HOFs. This one has a bunch of added legends. Shout out to my guy Blasian for letting me use his account to record this video. Bunch of added legends on his Billy Cunningham. I appreciate him letting me do this vid, though. Appreciate him grinding Domination and then thinking of me. So the legends he comes with: base are Area Wizard, Layup Mixmaster, Posterizer, Limitless Range, Set Shot Specialist, Lightning Launch, Box Beast, Brick Wall, Off Ball Pass, Pogo Stick, Post Lockdown, and Rebound Chaser are the 12 base legend badges he comes with. So some good interior stuff there, in additional Limitless, Set Shot, and Lightning Launch and Posterizer. So not too bad there. The question really is animations. And first of all, I mean, Curry Escape is nice, good hezzy, but behind the back is Kyrie behind the back. Definitely not the best. He does have Levine drag back, which is a huge W, but he also has Devin Booker dribble style, which is not a huge W at all. Now, his jumper is great. It's a lefty jumper. It's smooth. It's fast. It's really quick, and it's not hard to green at all. Julian Strawther base, Oscar upper. I can work with it. He's got normal fade instead of Pro 2, though. Another L. Having no behind the back and Booker dribble style instead of Garland is a big deal as well. And then he's got Garland size up, which isn't awful, but it's not Francis either. So you're like, look at this card. He doesn't have top animations in several areas. He's only a 6'6 shooting guard, and he doesn't have the best fade. And it's just like, yeah, the jumper's great. Yeah, there's a couple of good sigs, but that's kind of true about a lot of cards in this game. You know what I mean? I don't know, with the amount of options we have at the shooting guard position, if this is a card that I personally recommend running, especially at only 6'6". Is he bad? No. Is he worth spending 16 hours of your life in June of this year's game grinding Domination for? I would say probably not. And I don't think very many people have a emotional connection to Billy Cunningham as well, considering how he is an older NBA player. So I don't know. I look at this card as initially just kind of a underwhelming, little bit disappointing card for a Domination award at this point in the year, to be honest. I just think 2K could have done better. Do I think he's going to be pretty good? Yes, this jumper's great, so that helps, but I just wish he was a little bit more of a card that I would feel confident trusting as a bit more of a primary ball handler with a couple more sigs and things like that. But I do love the jumper. That is certainly a plus. So let's hop into a game. Let's see what Billy Cunningham can do. Yo, what is this team we're playing against? John Wall, Jaden Ivey, Tamana Kamara, Josh Smith, and I didn't see his big man, but not a very good squad at all that we're playing against today, which isn't, I guess, a horrible thing. Really might make Billy Cunningham look like an absolute dog, to be totally honest. He's got 100 overall BAM at his center position. This is the second game I've played with Billy Cunningham, because the first game I was about 3 minutes into the game and my girlfriend pulled the Ethernet cord out of my router, so we lost internet for a little bit there. So that game might as well have not happened, and it's now on to the second game. So there we go. First shot is a pretty good look from three. Is a little deep, but I thought we were going to green it, and unfortunately we're unable to do so. That second one is up and good. Beautiful stuff. First three ball of the game is green for Billy Cunningham. He has a spectacular jumper, so against shorter defenders and not as quality of cards that we're playing against in this lineup, this should be, I would think, a pretty darn easy game for him to get up like 10 threes and make like 7 or 8 of them. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this should be a game where he is able to efficiently score the ball very effectively, even with the limitations that he might have overall animation wise, just because of how mediocre I would say my opponent's team is more than anything else, honestly. Use the screen here, reject it, shot, green. He didn't step high enough. That's his fault. Yep, that shot is great, man. There are flaws with the card. There are. Not having the best dribble style, not having the best or even a good behind the back mid escape. There are, again, noticeable flaws on this card, a lot of them, but the jumper ain't one of them. I'll say that. Curry escape and the jumper is enough to get you some good looks sometimes. He can do some valuable things on the offensive end of the court just based off of that before anything else, and that's pretty nice. Really, really, really ugly offensive position right there. Just mashing my face in and hoping to get lucky with a foul call or a BS make, and he does get lucky with the foul call. That is his first bucket of the games, though, so I'm not really tripping about it too much. If that's how he has to score, then he's going to lose by 40 is basically what I got to say. Behind the back here, behind the back again. I wish Kyrie's SIGs were a little better. They're a little shifty, but like his behind the back just doesn't create enough space. It's like a little shifty quick move, but it doesn't create enough space to really feel confident in using it to do anything really. You know what I mean? Especially like if I had Garland dribble style, Kyrie behind the back, I could at least like kind of burst out of, you know what I mean? With D-Book dribble style, no, that ain't happening. So this card just ain't animation wise quite where he needs to be at this point in the year. That's really all it boils down to with this card in terms of the criticisms. And it also boils down to the fact that guys like Richard Jefferson and Cedric Maxwell were entirely free from the last festival, or 2 festivals ago, the Festival of Champions, and are also elite jump shot having cards with pretty close to perfect SIGs. I mean, Cedric literally has invincible SIGs. They're both taller than Billy Cunningham's. They both have nearly all 99 stats and most every single important Hall of Fame badge. And so, yeah, there are problems. I mean, this card's really good legend badge wise and stuff, but I look at this card. Is he better than 75% of the invincible shooting guards? Like I would say most of those guys are probably better than him too, just because of size and overall more animation completeness. I just look at this card and I'm kind of wondering, why is this the Domination Award? I know Domination Awards aren't always awesome, but I kind of expected a pretty decent one in season 8. I would have thought we're getting a free invincible. It's going to be somebody interesting. And no disrespect to Billy Cunningham, great NBA player, but I wouldn't consider him a super interesting Domination Award. This is a card that neither has the name value for people to grind him or the card value in terms of overall just being worth the grind. And when neither of those things are true, it's like almost a missed opportunity slash just a pointless card in a lot of ways, because I don't know how many people are actually going to go for this card. The only reason people are going to go for this card is to get all the other rewards along the way for Domination, would be my thought, or somebody who just exclusively likes to play online, you know what I mean? Which is, if that's you, there's of course nothing wrong with that. But if you are an online player like I am, there is no reason to go for this Billy Cunningham card. It is a nearly 20-hour grind. It's kind of a waste of time. Not just kind of a waste of time, it's definitely a waste of time. It is absolutely a waste of time. So for me personally, at least, I just turned the ball. Okay, how have I not turned the ball over this possession? I have tried so hard to turn the ball over. I'm shooting this. I'm going to green this too, aren't I? This game is so trash. I mean, I just tried to turn the ball over 3 times in that possession. The game didn't let me turn the ball over, and then I green a tough shot. Like, I love this card's jumper, by the way. I really do. If he had other SIGs, I would be willing to guess this card a decent bit if he had a little more animations besides just Curry escape, because his jumper is spectacular. I mean, even with Joe Johnson doesn't have Garland either, but he's got every other SIG, and that to me is good enough to where, with how great his jumper is and him being also 6'7", bigger player build and stuff, where I don't have a problem gassing him up a little bit, even though he has some SIG flaws. I just think this Billy Cunningham probably has too many SIG flaws, not to mention he's on the smaller end as well at the shooting guard position. So definitely not a terrible card, but certainly not a great one either that I would recommend spending a bunch of time over the next week or couple of weeks trying to get. Again, that's just my opinion. If you like to play offline, if this card's jumper looks good enough to you to where you feel like you would want to play him, then you know what? Go for it. It's your team. Y'all can do what you want. I will not be grinding for Billy Cunningham. I haven't finished the Domination, to be fair, in full since Jalen Brunson in season 1, and I probably won't do a Domination until, I mean, maybe 2K26. I'll do 1 or 2 Dominations every year. Seems like I do a couple of them early in the year, and that's about it. But hey, this card's jumper is, I mean, spliggity splash splat. It is wet. It is such a good shot. He just doesn't give me enough else. That's really all I have to say, but I like his shot a whole heck of a lot. In fact, he also doesn't have Pro 2 fade as well as like a pretty huge thing as well. I really think at this point kind of matters as well. Like normal fade just isn't really it. That is such a weird walk around of animation. He jumps. I don't know what that gameplay was, to be totally honest. 20 points of Billy Cunningham. We were just so outmatching our opponent there that despite him not being that spectacular, we were able to just absolutely dominate. Did green some tough shots though, and I love this card's shot. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.